Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time. Picking up the pieces of my life, it you're on my mind. I'm still standing. Yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah.
Space Marine 2 releases to rapturous applause. No crappy pandering, no out-of-place messaging, garbage coding or vomit-inducing game design. Just unadulterated. Unbridled. Unhinged. Uncompromising. Family friendly. Fun. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still a Warhammer game, and like a Comstock stench arising from Games Workshop itself, these games, no matter who develops them, are always deeply flawed and downright horrible sometimes. And Space Marine 2 is no different. However, before I start reciting the litany of auditory circle jerking, as I commune with the machine spirit on the throne of solitude...
Yeah, don't judge, you would be using your phone right about now.
What even is this holy machine Bible? I mean game. You play as Titus, the Synthol Saint, the holy roided brother, the walking supplement jar who traded his neck for extra six-packs to keep his cinder block of a face attached to his brick shithouse of a body. You are the titular Space Marine. Oh, and those not familiar with the Warhammer lore, this is you as a normal human being, and this is a Space Marine. Basically, they're walking testosterone cocktails. Except in the future, they managed to solve the itchy nipple problem that comes with hormone injections. Alright then, story-wise, you did something in the last game, I forget. Honestly, nobody cares. You're there, and all you know is that you must kill! No, seriously, that's basically it. Delving deeper into this game's own story alone is raising my blood pressure and WHAT?! Questions asked per minute. And I barely pay attention to the lore, so imagine what ulcer the hardcore virgins, I mean Warhammer fanatics, will be asking, so I'll leave it up to them. So, gameplay-wise, you get a good excuse, I mean reason, to go mass murder things. Fantastic! Speaking of which, Space Marine is a melee gore orgy. Sure, you do have guns and they do pew-pews very satisfyingly, but the real fun is in intimate dismembering. Like Dark Souls, you have a parry and roly-polies. However, while Dark Souls games are finely tuned and balanced careful dance like tango, Space Marine is the equivalent of whatever the hell this is. Basically, the game is what happens when a frat boy takes Doom Eternal and fails to understand the game balance, and Dark Souls and fails to understand the game design and slams them together like two semi-trucks on a collision course. Now, it pretends to be serious, but just like Warhammer 40k lore, you have Tau. I mean, you are a massive shit brick house that ate far too many roid-laced burgers. Parries, yeah, they work, but neither the game designer nor the programmer thought that you could, oh I don't know, spam buttons.
Ak, Dievs, pareizi. Man jau likās kaut kas nav kārtībā. Bet tu vari vienkārši spamot pariju. Vienkārši spamot pariju un... tu vari spamot pariju un tev vienkārši auto sanāk parijot. Jebal! Nu, pastīsies. Jep! Parijs. Jep, viņš man damage vispār neto. Jep! Yep! Es varu vienkārši parījot visu. Oh, Jesus, no, not like this.
Oh, but wait, there are unparryable attacks for which you need to use the roly-polies. Now, yes, until the moment you realize that there are far too many invincibility frames to normal ones. And you can, again, just spam it.
Jā, vienkārši combat rollo nemitīgi spamo, tas viss. Man nekas netrāpa vairāk. Fucking Christ, guys, come on!
So, the word difficulty is more of a suggestion than an actual mechanic after you start smashing buttons with your face like Titus smashes Xeno scum.
Me as an angel of death.
But my god, Emperor, just because there might not be much of a difficulty, does it mean it's bad? fuck no! The game keeps throwing at you so many motherfuckers you think that it's your mom's boyfriend convention. And you have carte blanche to ventilate everyone's skulls with any kind of pointy implement. I can't tell you how cathartic the game has been, as you happily hop across a field of bloodsocked daisies hand in hand with a friend as you joyfully turn Tyranids and Chaos Forces into compost.
But yeah, it's just so nice.
A tricky adversary.
Such amount of visual spectacle detail. It's just lovely to see. Boggles the mind how much money can be put into something like, again, Call of Duty, right? The most recent Call of Duty or the Black Ops. It looks so boring, and just look at this stuff! Just look at it! So cool! Just boggles the mind, where the fuck does the money go? Even the ground looks alright. Just the little details, like the bricks on top of just the solid structure. It really feels like a proper rubble. Seriously, the things that modern games are able to show off, even if it's just a vista, like the individual characters moving around, is just a technological accomplishment, and a joy to see. Sure, it's still janky, but you have to be a proper dead horse beater, like me, to not only notice it, but complain about it. Hell, even I'm giving it a pass today. Goodbye! Anyway, so parries and dodge rolls are broken, to put it lightly, so does that mean that the hardest difficulty is easy? Well, no. Reason? The game expects 3-player co-op at all times, so if you play alone, you are given AI partners. Now, their sole competency is resurrecting you when you get knocked down. All other tasks, like giving a Gen Z a task not to strangle itself while tying its shoes, an impossibility. So, lest you have at least one friend to fill the role of not being complete disappointment, best not waste the time with the highest difficulties. Now, as for the visuals, the thing is, it's not just empty spectacle either. We're participating in that spectacle! Now, cinematics in the last 10 years or so for Warhammer games have been improving to such a high level, it rivals Blizzard's today. I mean, I guess this is what happens when you kind of force the best community fan artists and animators to work for you, or get cease and desist letters. So, again, fuck you, Games Workshop! But seriously though, pre-rendered cinematics are nothing but amazing looking. Even in-engine, in-game cinematics are really well done. Then topping it off with the visual spectacle of, say, something like a bombardment is nothing but pure epic. And not only that, but the basic animations in gameplay, most notably executions, are made with genuine care, effort and attention to detail that moistens the crotch of everyone witnessing it. Even if most of the time you can't tell if you're giving that Tyranid spinal relocation or a sensual back rub. Now, not only animations are impressive, but the world itself. Obviously, taking part in Warhammer 40k, you got the free reign to do spectacular vistas and environments. And you know, I already praised Darktide for the same thing, and Space Marine 2 does not disappoint, even in comparison. It's just that lovely open space. Like, goddammit, look at this open space and just beautiful architecture and... These artists truly outdid themselves. Lovely. Not only artists, but, well, graphics artists too, to make this not sharp. Well, it's still not optimized, but goddammit, these games look good. Nearly in all areas you dispense mankind's tolerance to Xenos scum are truly beautiful. I guess you could call me a sucker for gothic stuff, but seriously. This architecture and modeling is really pretty and makes this even brick shithouse feel small. So have creative, cool and great quality animations and you get a visual treat of a game. Well, okay, yeah, I know, the game is really not that large. And these vistas are a really neat trick to fool the viewer into thinking it's a lot larger than it actually is. But god damn it, it looks so good, I'm happy to be fooled. However, what makes the scale truly sell is when the game tosses you in a big open area and you see enemies gather in numbers and swarming outside. Then, jumping into the arena without any transition. It gives this amazing anticipation of a battle where you can shoot as many malignant space A's carrying tumors as possible, but you know no amount of bullets will kill them all, and sooner or later you will need to get dirty. And to do so in such cool looking locations is nothing but delightful. However, in the second part of the game, with the Chaos Forces replacing Tyranids, you lose the sense of scale as they simply teleport in and you don't have that big swarm. That is until the very end, and that's honestly kind of a shame. Now let's take a quick look at what the professional critics say about the game. Wait,
the fuck? Yeah, well, that dipshittery aside, well, the game is short. Yes, the game has very few enemies. Also, yes. Hell, you can separate the game in two parts, the Tyranid first half and the Chaos Forces in the second. Both of them have three main enemy types, the fodder melee, ranged annoyances and the tank. And sure, there are a few exceptions, but it's very noticeable and does make it feel, very samey. Similarly, level design, despite having weapons, especially in operations, in all sorts of configurations and varieties, there is very little reason to actually explore the maps. So you're constantly rushing from gorgeous arena to arena while massacring a small army each time. Now, you could say that the game chooses spectacle over gameplay variety, which is absolutely fair. Still, after finishing the game, I feel it didn't overstay its welcome. And if you're done with the main campaign, there's still Operations Game Mode, which basically is a whole new side campaign with its own story and maps, including a new enemy or two, and upgradable weapons and perks. Okay, so is this game reaching great status in my book? No! And then I noticed a little extra effort, details and features that developers didn't need to make, but they did. Did you put your helmet on? Oh yeah? Yeah, no, the voice changes too. Again, the little details, this game. Or what about the class characters from Operations? All of them have slightly different armor, and yet similar. It's such a nice little detail. Oh! Oh, yes! Crumbling stone statues, Jesus, just a little bit of detail, it crumbles where you shoot. So cool! Making the game more beautiful and interesting. God damn it! Yes! Or even the fact that Operations is a whole new side campaign with voice acting characters and most importantly maps. I mean, seriously, do you realize how easy it would have been for developers to reuse campaign maps and V would barely bat an eye? No, they actually made fresh ones. That extra effort is just so cool! And then to top it off, we got a PvP multiplayer as well.
To the slaughter!
Well, besides the fact that game design instantly teaches you to play with a squad rather than going solo, as a whole game mode, I can take it or leave it. And look at that, developers already posted the post-release support roadmap. A new enemy, a new map for everyone in the coming months, and of course some paid Battle Pass crap. Oh, god damn it. Okay, yeah, so fuck this microtransaction garbage that's pretty much the biggest stain on otherwise flawed but utterly fun game that I'm so glad turned out to be great. Boom, boom.